Percy Pengelly and the Wibble Wobble
by Steele Scolding.
Illustrated by Andy McPherson.
I want to go back to the circus.
But Percy Pengelly couldn't work at the circus anymore. Why? Because he wibble wobbled far too much. Then one day he saw a van, and printed on the side in big letters were the words chimney sweep. Percy smiled a big, big smile. Percy laughed a big, big laugh. Well, why do you think that he was smiling? What was he going to do?
A few days later, Percy went shopping.
He bought a ladder and tied it onto the roof of his new van.
He bought a sweep's brush to stick up chimneys, and he bought a hoover to suck up all the soot.
He put them in the back of his van and drove away. He parked his van by a row of houses near the sea. He untied the ladder. He took out the sweep's brush and the vacuum cleaner. Then Percy knocked on the door of number 1.
Rat-a-tat-tat!
Mr. Pascoe opened the door.
Percy Pengelly, my handsome, where's your sparkly coat?
I've left the circus. I'm a chimney sweep now.
Tide of life, my handsome. Shores of reality, ebb and flow, ebb and flow.
Still doing a bit of surfing then.
Now and again, getting a bit old, all washed up.
Now, does your chimney need sweeping?
Lot of soot coming down. Think it might be blocked.
Right on, Mr. Pascoe. I'll be back directly.
Percy knocked on the door of house number 2.
Rat-a-tat-tat!
Mrs. Trewin opened the door.
Oh, Percy Pengelly, my bird. Where's your sparkly coat?
I've left the circus. I'm a chimney sweep now.
Left the circus? Oh, whatever happened?
I wibble wobbled too much, and they took away me sparkly coat.
Well, my chimney needs sweeping, and my Jenner has lost her kite. Oh, see if it's up there on the roof, will you?
Later, Mrs. Trewin, later. I'll be back this afternoon.
Percy knocked on the door of house number 3.
Rat-a-tat-tat!
Mrs. Roskilly opened the door.
Percy Pengelly, my lover, where's your sparkly coat?
I've left the circus.
Left the circus, my lovely? And that coat was such a beauty. It glittered like 1,000 stars. It sparkled like the sun on the sea. Where's it to, my lover?
I had to give it back to the ringmaster. I'm a sweep now.
Oh, you mustn't weep, dear Percy. Oh, no, you poor thing.
I'm not weeping, Mrs. Roskilly. I said sweep, not weep. I'm a chimney sweep.
Well, I never. Percy Pengelly, the chimney sweep.
Handsome.
Proper job. And my chimney needs sweeping.
I'll be with ye in a bit then.
Percy knocked on the door of house number 4.
Rat-a-tat-tat!
Captain Lug opened the door.
Bit of potting, bit of netting, that's the life for me. When I'm hauling in my pots from the deep blue sea. Pull the rope and up they come, crabs for me and everyone. Bit of potting, bit of netting, that's the life for me. Bit of potting, bit of netting, that's the life for me. When I'm hauling in my pots from the deep blue sea. Pull a haddock, cod and rage, fishing feats that last for days. Bit of potting, bit of netting, that's the life for me. Bit of potting, bit of netting, that's the life for me. When I'm hauling in my pots from the deep blue sea. Bit of potting, bit of netting, that's the life for me. When I'm hauling in my pots from the deep blue sea. Oh, there's my little boat, look. Oh, she's a beauty. Bit of potting, bit of netting, Pengelly. I've no time for chit-chat. I'm going off down the harbour.
Percy Pengelly was happy. He had lots of work. He went inside each house and pushed his brush up the chimney. Down fell the dirty black soot. He sucked it up with the vacuum cleaner and then he went outside.
He put his ladder up against the wall of house number 1 and he climbed up, up, up onto the roof.
Mr. Pascoe, Mrs. Trewin and Mrs. Roskilly all looked up at him.
I hope he doesn't wibble wobble.
Oh, I hope he doesn't wibble wobble.
I hope he doesn't wibble wobble.
Percy Pengelly stood on the top of the roof. It was very high, but it didn't go up and down like the tightrope in the circus. It didn't move even a teeny weeny bit.
It was hard under his feet. He took a breath and walked across the rooftop to the first chimney.
And he didn't wibble wobble. He didn't wibble wobble at all. When Percy looked inside Mr. Pascoe's chimney, he saw a bird sitting on some sticks. It was a jackdaw, and the sticks were its nest.
Go away, Mr. Jackdaw,
said Percy.
Shoo! When Mr. Pascoe lights his fire, the smoke will come up the chimney and burn your bottom.
The jackdaw flew away, and Percy pulled out all the sticks from the chimney pot.
He put a net over the top so the birds couldn't build any more nests there. Then he walked along the rooftop to the next chimney.
And he didn't wibble wobble. He didn't wibble wobble at all.
When Percy Pengelly got to Mrs. Trewin's chimney, can you guess what he found?
It was the kite, lost by her little girl Jenna, and its tail was caught in the television aerial.
Percy was just untying the kite when he heard seagulls squawking. Their nest was on a ledge near the chimney, and they didn't want Percy to go near their baby chicks.
They flew at his face, and they tried to peck his nose.
Percy grabbed the kite and threw it down to Mrs. Trewin, and then he ran away across the rooftop.
And he didn't wibble wobble. He didn't wibble wobble at all.
At last, he got to Mrs. Roskilly's roof. Oh dear, one of the bricks on the chimney was loose. He wiggled it and waggled it and pushed it in tight.
Then he put a net over the chimney. Do you remember why?
Also, the birds couldn't build a nest over it.
Mr. Pascoe, Mrs. Trewin and Mrs. Roskilly moved the ladder to the other end of the row of houses so that Percy could climb down. They waited and they waited, but he didn't come. Where's he to?
Where is he to?
Where's he to?
Where is Percy Pengelly? Percy was sitting on the roof with his back against a chimney pot. The sea was blue and the sun was warm on his face. He saw Captain Lug's boat going up and down on the waves and the seagulls flying across the fishing boats.
Spring had arrived. The cliffs were pink with thrift and the woods a haze of bluebells. And feathers of tamarisk were turning the Cornish lanes into magical tunnels.
Cornwall, the most beautiful place in all the world.